Hi guys, this is so what if, and this is what if Deku was a demon slayer or what had breathing styles or whatever you want to call it. So I'm looking at the comments. This is pre-recorded, so might be new comments or something. But someone said to give him the Sharingan, which will only be in one eye, and he will not have a Mangekyo ability. Because first I can't think of that. Second, that would be, I wouldn't say overpowered, since he already has a lot of stuff. But someone did tell me a move, which is Void Slash. So that's what I'm gonna do. Also, this is what his Mangekyo will look like. Where is it? Like that. That's what it'll look like. So yeah. So where we last left off was the Demon Slayer exam or something, whatever it's called, / the entrance into UAA. Also, sorry, my throat's hurting, so I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water. So if I take breaks like that, that's the reason why. So, where we last left off was the Demon Slayer final exam, or whatever you want to call it. And Deku, Tanjiro, and Nezuko go in, and they see a whole lot of people, because, well, not a whole lot, but most people. And these people are Bakugo, Uraraka, Kirishima, I don't know who else, but pretty much all of Class 1A, minus Ida, since he's in a hero family. So, yeah, everybody's in there, all of 1B, or minus, expelling Mineta and Hagakure, because so we can put Tanjiro and Nezuko in there. So they get in there, and they see all these people, and and yeah, my brain's fried, and they're thinking that's a whole lot of people for something that the government doesn't run, since the government doesn't, they think that demons aren't real, but they are. So they're all there right now. They're sitting down. No, they wouldn't be sitting. They're standing up, and Um, I wouldn't say President Mike. I don't know who to say, though. I'm just gonna... Who's a good Hashira? Who's a good Hashira to do it? I'm just gonna say President Mike, just because it's a lot simpler. I can just say President Mike said this and everything. So, since it's a whole lot more people, there's gonna be a whole lot of demons. If I'm correct, there's only 10 in canon. And this will be multiplied to 40 demons. And the three of them, Nezuko, Deku, and Tanjiro, are wearing the masks. If you forgot, Tanjiro and Nezuko don't burn in daylight, even though they're demons. So it's because they're a different kind of demon. And they also don't eat humans. So... President Mike's explaining how they're supposed to kill these demons, and yeah, Ida wouldn't interrupt because Ida's not there. So the three of them would go, and same thing happened in canon, where that demon that killed the guy's, I still can't pronounce the name, but the guy's students, minus Gayu, yeah, imagine that fight, but 100 times easier. Deku's just using Dark Slashes, Dark Wheel, and all that kind of stuff. And Nezuko's pretty much just fighting the demon how she normally would, just with a whole bunch of kicks and a sword instead. Because it doesn't really matter if they break their sword, because Deku can just refix it. And so, after they kill that demon, they find that place where they're accepted after all that, after Deku saved a whole bunch of other people. Nezuko, Tanjiro, and Deku saved a whole bunch of other people. And they make it to there, and everybody else is there. Lightning Boy, also known as Zetsuno, Inosuke, the rest of Class 1A, 1B, and all that kind of stuff. They're all there. And, like, all the general studies and everybody died. Well, everybody that tried for Hero Course died. There was a few others, but they don't really matter. And so after that, they pick their sword. Well, sword or. And they pick color changing swords, of course. And they're going back. I don't say Tanjiro's ahead of them. And I just want to say that Nezuko and Deku are walking, and Tanjiro is far ahead of them now. And my brain. Deku asks Nezuko, if he can ask her a question. She says, yeah, of course. And I want to say Deku explains how he likes her. But she's surprised. And she says that she likes him back too. Yeah, I'm not good at this shipping stuff. I like ships. It's never gonna do him the best. And also, now thinking about it, we need to explain how Deku unlocked his Sharingan and all that. Okay. Flashback to when Deku, Tanjiro, and everybody was a kid. We're like, I don't know, I'd say I want to say around 5, 6. So they're just playing around and like outside on the mountain because they live in the mountains. And they are messing around because that's what they do. Deku, Nezuko, and Tanjiro are playing like a game of tag or something. And I want to say Nezuko trips and almost falls off the mountain. Deku grabs her, but this also unlocks his one to Moe. And Deku grabs her, brings her up, and that's when they were done playing on the mountain for that day. Because they almost experienced someone dead. But Nezuko saw his eye turn from, I won't say his eyes were black before, and she saw one of them turn from black to a blood red. And she asked about it to Deku. Deku is just confused because he knows nothing about this, because, yeah, no one's had it. Different universe. Multi-universe. And Deku... So they went back to their house. Deku went home. Nezuko and Tanjiro went back to their house. And Deku explains this to his mom. So they went to go get him tested for another quirk, because they thought this was random. They didn't think it was random, but they thought it was weird. So they went to go get it tested, and they said, "We don't know what you're talking about. We don't see anything." Deku showed them, though, because he's not able to show them it. It just takes his stamina out. It just takes some of his stamina out doing it. So after some testing, they said that it's not a quirk, it's a power, which confused Deku and Inko even more. So they were trying to ask more, but the doctor wasn't saying anything. And after that, they went home. And after a few years, he unlocked his 3 Tomo after a whole bunch of training. Because after that 5 years, he unlocked his 3 Tomo. And then fighting that demon, he unlocked his Mangekyo. Only for a split second. And then Nezuko saying yes to his feelings unlocked his Mangekyo fully. Yeah. A lot of explaining I just did. So, yeah, I'll get back onto the story in a second after I drink some water. Okay, so they went back fully, and Deku and Nezuko were holding hands. I was going to switch to that because my phone was about to turn off. So Tanjiro, noticing this, doesn't really care because he ships it. And sorry, I had to yawn. It's 1 o'clock at night, so the person who trained Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Deku noticed this, and he thinks as Tanjiro as his son because of multiple reasons. The main reason being because he's known them for 5 years. So, he's proud. And yeah. So, I'm more of longing to go into the sword part, because they get their swords before they go into UA. And so, yeah. So, my brain's frying. After, I'd say like 2 weeks, they get their swords. And I want to say Deku's turns a darker black than Tanjiro's. Just because of his darkness. And the guy who makes the swords, like, he is hoping for it to turn bright red. Tanjiro's is the same. So, and Nezuko's, I want to say, is a pink. Like a bright pink. So, after, like another week, they went into UA / the, Demon Slayer school, I would say. And the first day comes around. I want to say that teacher would be Aizawa, just because of the fact that he can use, I think he can use a blade. If he's able to use Kappa scarves like that, he would be able to use a blade, I think. I want to say Aizawa, but I also don't. Just because I'm adding too much MHA. I'm just gonna do Aizawa. Because Aizawa doesn't like to be noticed, and this would be perfect, because it's at night. He doesn't like being noticed. That's at night. So, yeah. I feel like Aizawa would be good for the job. So I'm just gonna say Aizawa. So, Aizawa comes in. Sleeping bag, of course. And I'm gonna do the same thing where he says that they have to do the thing for to make sure you're really in and stuff like that. Make sure you're really worthy. So that's in yeah, Lightning Boy. I'm gonna keep calling him Lightning Boy, no matter what. Lightning Boy is all scared because he thinks he's gonna fail. And Sake, either way you want to call it, is like excited for it. Like, oh, I'm gonna beat you all. And Bakugo is like, no, I'm gonna beat you all. So that's an instant rivalry. Yeah, I can speak. Should be over there, right? Yeah, it's okay. So they go to the changing rooms, change. Now, I want to say this specific type of demon Deku has pink eyes. So people are asking, what's up with his pink eyes? Because people still have quirks. So yeah, but people don't normally have pink eyes, so they're asking. So Deku just makes up some kind of lie for it. I don't know what it would be, but he made a lie. And they're like, oh, okay. So then they went to do, I don't say a ball through or anything, because that would make sense for Demon Slayer. I think testing sword power. So I want to say that Deku went up first. So Deku went up first. This is just through some soft wood. And it's sliced right in half. It just sliced right in half, cleanly through. And it gets harder and harder. Next was some normal wood. Still sliced cleanly in half. Next would be harder wood with a whole bunch of knots in there. Cut it cleanly through. And went on. Like, Deku kept slicing through all the materials really easily. So Deku Deku got like a perfect score because he kept slicing through, but as he went on, he had to start using his sword style, or breathing style. And then the next test was physical strength. Testing their strength out. Because they need strength to cut through demons' necks. So, sorry, water. I'm not talking. So, Deku's physical strength, as Zawa said, he could either punch or kick it. Deku started kicking it, darting off. So, it's a punching bag, but can test how much force you're putting into it. And Deku put a lot of force into it. I don't know how much it would be, but just a lot. It would be a lot. Also, I'm looking at the Deku's powers and everything right now. I didn't tell you his Blood Demon art. So, his Blood Demon art is able to make objects harder to break. Say, a stick. You can make it into like a pipe, an iron pipe or something. So it's really hard to break. Like a pole or something. Just something hard to break. It won't form it into it. It'll just make it that hard to break. Hopefully you get it. But anyway, back to the story. Deku gets a really hard force going into there, kicking into the punching bag or kicking bag. I don't know what you would call it. If you kick a punching bag, would it be a kicking bag or would it still be a punching bag? So, yeah. So, yeah. End of the day comes around, heroes versus villains. But it would be more demon slayers versus demons. But that's where I'm ended off right now. Hope you enjoyed. This probably coming out like 12 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah. Because people are actually awake at that time. Unlike me. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.